Hey, seventh graders, welcome to your last week of online school. I'm very proud of you for all the hard work that you've done during online learning, and I hope that you continue to read novels over the summer and work on vocabulary and grammar as you move into your 8th grade year. The last week, this is what I expect from you. I hope that you have read the Red Queen pages and that you've watched the Red Queen video. Next week, I'll post the last pages for a Red Queen so that I don't leave you hanging. So if you want to finish the book, I will upload them to the file for next week. So this week, the 2 assignments that you can choose from. One, you can get on a Zoom call and read one of the poems that you've written aloud to me during a Zoom call and say goodbye. I have some things I wanted to tell you over a Zoom rather than on a video. If you don't want to get on a Zoom call, that's okay too. You can choose the second option. It's a blackout poem. Here are some examples of blackout poems. In a blackout poem, you read the page, you take a page from a book or a page from a magazine. These are from Red Queen. These are pages from Red Queen. So you take a page from a book or a magazine, rip it out, and then you read the page and decide on one word that you really want to focus on, and you put in marker, you go around it with a rectangle shape. Then you read through and you put rectangles around between 5 and 15 words. You're trying to make your blackout poem make sense to you. So this blackout poem at the end, he did a little shape of a barbell, and the only other things that you can see on the page are the words that he wanted to include in the poem. And it says, strong sunlight, fight back, protect me, save me, the price paid, trying to save me. The next poem says, she decorated it like a butterfly. It should have been blacker over here, but I think we ran out of black markers last year. My turn, I can't think. I have to stand, to speak. Never have I done anything so difficult. My voice hard as a rock. Let me go. I can't bring myself. So I like how she blacked out everything around and then created a butterfly. She blacked out those words too, but she just didn't do those in marker. And here is one more that you can look at. Actually, I've got a couple more that you can see. So the blackout poem can look different for everyone. So if you're creative and you like to do this sort of thing, this would be a good thing to do. Last, I want to read to you Edgar Allan Poe's Annabelle Lee. You should have watched the Edgar Allan Poe bio. It was 4 minutes to learn a little bit about Edgar Allan Poe's background. So this poem is in the file folder, so you can follow along with me as I read it out loud to you. It was many and many a year ago in a kingdom by the sea that a maiden there lived whom you may know by the name of Annabelle Lee. And this maiden she lived with no other thought than to love and be loved by me. I was a child and she was a child in this kingdom by the sea. But we loved with a love that was more than love, I and my Annabelle Lee, with a love that the winged seraphs in heaven coveted her and me. And this was the reason that, long ago in the kingdom by the sea, a wind blew out of a cloud, chilling my beautiful Annabelle Lee, so that her high-born kinsman came and bore her away from me, to shut her up in a sepulchre in this kingdom by the sea. The angels, not half so happy in heaven, went envying her and me. Yes, that was the reason, as all men know in this kingdom by the sea, that the wind came out of the cloud by night, chilling and killing my Annabelle Lee. But our love, it was stronger by far than the love of those who were older than we, of many far wiser than we. And neither the angels in heaven above, nor the demons down under the sea, can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. For the moon never beams without bringing me dreams of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. And the stars never rise, but I feel the bright eyes of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. And so all the night tide I lay down by the side of my darling, my life and my bride, in her sepulchre there by the sea, in her tomb by the sounding sea. I want you to notice a couple of things. I want you to notice the rhythm of the poem. I want you to notice that this is written about his wife. If you watch the bio, he was an older man and he married his cousin who was 13 years old, and they lived together for 7 years, or were married for 7 years. And if you remember, she died by tuberculosis, and it says that his reason for her dying was that the angels not so happy in heaven went envying her and me. So people on the earth are jealous of their love. The angels up in heaven are jealous of the love that he shares with his bride. So yes, that was the reason, as all men know in this kingdom by the sea, that the wind came out of the cloud by night, chilling and killing my Annabelle Lee. You have some other clues in the poem that talk about his life with Annabelle Lee. So I'd like you to go back and look. You get an idea of where they live. You get an idea of their relationship in the second stanza. But he truly believed that other people were jealous of his love with his wife. That's a crazy love for him to think that people on earth and the angels in heaven were jealous of this love that he had with a woman. But our love, it was stronger by far than the love of those who were older than me. So neither the angels in heaven above nor the demons down under the sea can ever dissever my soul from the soul of this beautiful Annabelle Lee. So no one on earth, no one above, no one below can ever break their souls apart, because they'll be intertwined forever. So he sits by her, basically her grave, that's close to the sea, and thinks about her. For the moon never beams without bringing me dreams of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. The stars never rise, but I feel the bright eyes of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. And so all the night tide I lie down by the side of my darling, my life and my bride, in her sepulcher by the sea, in her tomb by the sounding sea. So I hope you guys find a love that is as great as Edgar Allan Poe viewed his love with his wife, Annabelle Lee. So there are questions that go with this poem, but just for today, I just want to read the poem. I wanted to talk you through it. If you have any interest in the type of poetry that Edgar Allan Poe writes, I'd love for you to look up The Raven and some of the other famous poems that he has written. So I told you that you just have to choose one of the two assignments. One, you can get on a Zoom call with me this week. Two, you can create a blackout poem, one or the other. But I've also added 4 additional things that you could do and email to me. If you email me an extra assignment, I will put your name in a hat and draw it in my last Zoom call on Friday for a prize, and I will send the prize to your house. You can do one of the activities, or you can do all 4. If you do all 4, your name will get put into a drawing 4 times, so more likely to draw. I have, I'm not going to tell you what the prizes that I'm drawing. You'll have to join the Zoom call on Friday. It's the last Zoom call. I am going to miss you so much. I hope you saw in my last note last week that you guys have been an awesome class. You are the absolute best behaved class that I've had in my 16 years of teaching. And I love that you came to school ready to learn every day, and you were happy and you were so kind to your classmates. That is really rare and hard to find nowadays in a school setting. So I wish you the best. I will miss you so much, but I hope you continue to read over the summer. Bye, guys.